All right, my friends, we're live. I want to welcome you to the Super Billiards Expo. Efren Reyes versus Thorsten Hohman. Sponsors are OBQs, NYCGrind.com, the co-production with Inside Pool, Kamui Tips and Chalk. So hang in there while we get the rest of the streams rolling and the different cameras, and enjoy watching your match.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can we have a quick audio check, please? Audio good. Okay, guys, I just noticed I had to scroll down on the chat. Thank you so much for the feedback. Well, good afternoon. If you're on the East Coast. Okay, we have Thorsten Hohman versus Efren Reyes here for the opening match. Scores 2-2. We'd like to welcome everybody. If you just joined the stream, this is a race to 8, and it's the best out of 3 sets. So you got a lot of pool ahead, and 2 great players to watch. Thorsten Hohman with the kick safe, perfectly played. And not a magician might show us some of his work. Let's see what Efren can figure out, unless he decides to lock the 3-5 up. And that's what he decided to do. Okay, you know, Thorsten Hohman's a great straight pool player, and looks like he might elect to draw back on us with a straw draw and possibly just nudge the 5 to bounce the 3 out, or play back for a 3-rail safe, sticking the cue ball behind the 5. Let's see what Thorsten wants to do here. See, if he draws back past the 9 and gets a good angle on that 3, he can elect to fire at the 3, stopping the cue ball where the 3 is, and playing the 3 ball out 3 rails for a safe. He elected to bounce it out. It was a risky shot. But nevertheless, worked out good. And he's got the angle to get to the 4. What a great shot by Efren Reyes. That shot's hard to come with. Using a couple of the short rails. Winds up perfect on the 6. Just go one rail back for the 8. Efren decides to play 2 rails, the 8 ball into the side pocket. Well, Efren let the cue ball get away. Still a makeable shot. He wanted to be a little straighter in on that 9 ball. Now he's just got to cut the 9 down the rail. Now he's on the 50-yard line with the 10 ball. Just gets down and strokes it like he's in perfect position. And makes a 10 ball. Efren Reyes now leads this race to 8, 3-2 over Thorsten Hohman. Here you can see Jennifer Bretta sitting in the background with Greg McAndrews right there beside her. Packed house here at the arena. One of the new features, if you're just joining us here at the Super Billiard Expo 2013, is Alan Hopkin made it inclusive. So you pay 1 entry fee to get in to the Expo, and you can view any one of the pro events going on, plus the amateurs. Where last year and years past, you would have to pay your entry to get into the Expo, plus your entry to the Pro 10 ball. Now you don't have to pay any extra fees, and it's a packed house. I got here about 9:30 this morning, and you're lucky you can find a parking spot in the lot. I mean, there's plenty way in the back. I just didn't feel like walking that far, and it was packed already. And what a beautiful day. It feels like it's about 60 degrees outside. So if you plan on coming down to the Expo, today is really a great day to do it. There's bleacher seats on both sides of the arena. Hundreds of seats. And as we move along with the stream, we will have different camera angles plus cameras on different tables so that we can switch over and watch other matches when this one ends. So Alvin Nelson is working on that right now. And I'm Upstate Al, sitting in the booth, just keeping you company. Wow. You know, a shot like that, Thorsten being jacked up on the 6, just trying to drag the cue ball down for the 7, wound up missing a 6 ball, and Efren Reyes here is going to make Thorsten pay for that mistake. Let's see if he can draw this cue ball back. Watch the cue ball. Uh-oh. Can't shoot those 10 ball. Efren knew it as soon as he hit it. You could see him laughing. That's one thing about Efren. As many years as you watch him, you know, he laughs things off. And with that crucial mistake, we're now tied at 3 apiece. See the match a little bit to your right is Ryan McCreesh, and he's playing Jason Shore from Scotland. Efren's not known for a strong break, and everybody knows that, but somehow he just snaps tournaments off. Efren coming up dry on the break. I'm going to look for, if Thorsten can see this this 1 ball clear, I'm going to look for him to stick the cue ball right there. Maybe nudge the 8 ball with the 1 ball, pushing the 1 ball down a little bit, leaving the cue there. Unless he's thinking about cutting it in. I can't tell from this angle. He might be able to cut that 1 right down the rail into the right-hand corner of your monitor. Who hits him better than that, my friends? Efren Reyes. He's undecided if he wants to play this down into the corner pocket or play it into the side pocket, which is a little more difficult, but I think down the corner is better odds. He can get the same position for the 4, leaving himself an angle to go down for the 5. This is really a great treat here, folks, having these two world champions on a free stream. And just as a reminder, we would like to thank some of the sponsors, Kamui Tips and Chalk. That's KamuiTips.com. OBQs.com, and make sure you check out the Bank Shot Calculator. And you are watching this free stream that is being co-produced by InsidePoolMag.com and NYCGrind.com. Jerry Talantola and Allison Fisher and crew. They're also here and have a booth. I was talking to Alan Hopkins Sr., and he said he has about 10 or 11 more vendors signed up for this one, and it's really nice. Nice layout. Big difference from last year. Wide open place. Pretty good. As Efren plays for the 8-ball bank into the side pocket. Misses the bank shot, but notice the cue ball position way down the other side of the table, and it looks like the 9 is right in the line of fire. We have one of the chatters in the chat room, 9 Rock. Good morning, enjoying your coffee and watching the high-def stream. Enjoy it. I know I am. I'm watching it on a high-def monitor here at the Inside Pool Broadcasting booth. And I'm watching just the way you are. And Inside Pool and Alvin Nelson, the man behind the scenes, running all the equipment, is still working. He said that he's going to have 3 more cameras hooked up. It's just a matter of time. There's so many people in here. It's hard for him to get around and fish wires underneath the bleachers. So he's trying right now. And I hope he gets them up as soon as possible. There's Mr. Joe Tucker passing by. There's so many people here. You see so many familiar faces within these spectators walking by. And the pool world is that small. As we watch Thorsten break in game 8. 9 ball almost went into the side pocket. Watch the 1 and the 2 dropped, and the 7 hangs up, and the 3 follows. So Thorsten will be shooting at the 4 ball, and from here it doesn't appear to have a clean shot. You might see him slow roll this, or elect to push out. The scoreboard is up at the left-hand side of your monitor. You can see there's a red 4 and 3. And beside those scoreboards are the names of the players. You might not be able to make them out, but the names are there. So Thorsten elects to push out. Efren's probably going to bounce the 4 off the 8 and leave the cue ball there. And that's what he did. I don't know if he has enough cover to protect the line of view to the 4 ball. It looks like he might have left a little piece of it. And you can see Francisco Bustamante sitting there in a chair right next to the number 4. Efren cuts it in with no problem, but he let the cue ball get away. He's either faced with back cutting this 5 into the left-hand corner or playing it into the 7. Not sure if the 7 is lined up. I think we'll see him back cut this ball into the bottom left-hand corner, because he comes out natural for the 6 on the side. Unfortunately, he clipped the 7, but he still has the shot into the side pocket. No problem. He should be able to go right up and down the table. Come back for the 7 ball. It's exactly what he does. You can elect to draw back off of the 7 for the 8, or go forward and just go 2 rails and come back out, leaving himself an angle. Depends how he feels. 2 rails, right back out. Got to leave an angle so you can get back across the table. Draw this back up. He doesn't want to be straight in on this 9. He wants the angle to get back on the 10 and shoot it into the same pocket, or shoot it into the opposite corner, depending on how he winds up on his position. He might elect to stop it right there and shoot the 10 in the opposite corner, or bounce out and play to 1 pocket. There he is. So there you have it. The magician, Efren Reyes, Bata. So many nicknames. The guy's Gentleman Jim. Always fun to be around. Goes up another game, and I believe he's going to lead this match 5-3 over Thorsten. So it's 5-3 in favor of Efren Reyes. If you're just joining the Super Billiard Expo stream, the players are playing a race to 8, and it's the best out of 3 sets. Efren pockets a ball, but has no shot on the 1. You're going to see him roll out. If you're Thorsten Hohman, you got to give this back to Efren. I mean, here you are, jacked up over the 2 ball. You got to back cut this 1 into the right-hand corner. If you make it, you get position. Of course, the 2, in the position of the 2 where it is. But I'm not taking this chance. I'm giving this right back to Efren Reyes. Thorsten might be looking at a safe, playing a safe here. He might see something that he likes. It's what he elects to do, and that didn't work out. And now he has left Efren a shot. If Efren has enough sight on this one to cut it into the side, that's what he'll do instead of playing the 1-2 combination. If he doesn't have enough sight, he will play this 1-2 combination. It's a little risky. Let's see if he's going to cut it in or play the 1-2. He played the 1-2 punch. It's a little risky here. And now he's faced with a 1-3. And this is no gimme either. Going to try to hold the cue ball. Nice shot. Okay, the only thing he's got to deal with is the 7 and the 6 ball. Now, whether the 7 ball is a billiard off the 6 into the side pocket, I'm sure he's going to take a look at that right now. He doesn't have to touch it, but at some point, if he doesn't have a billiard, he's going to elect to just nudge that 6 ball, and he might even try it here. Okay, he might have the billiard. The billiard might be on. Now he is in position where he can run into it. But he's got to make sure he doesn't hit the lower part of that 7 ball because he has a chance of going in the drink. Let's see what Efren does here. There's that smile. When he does something wrong, he smiles. He laughs. It's not wrong, but, you know, it doesn't come out the way you want. I thought he hit the shot great. Just was unfortunate not to get a roll where he has a shot. Is he actually thinking about banking this 6 ball? No. Cutting it down the rail? Don't blink, folks. Cut it straight down the rail. That's what he was concerned about. He was concerned about the cue ball bouncing back and forth and wound up going in the side pocket. What a shame. Great shot. Thorsten Hohman coming to the table. He's got to start shooting here. You know, you're playing Efren Reyes, and he's leading 5-3. It's time to put your foot down on that gas pedal. With only 3 balls left, we should see a 5-4 match. Bada bing, 5-4. Thorsten Hohman reaching the midway point in this race to 8, and Efren just 1 game ahead. And that's the tournament director, Doug Innes, making the announcement to please do not use flash photography. You know, there are new people, as it should be, and hopefully more people do get into pool and billiards. So you have to remind them that not to use the flash photography. Do I know the score of, somebody in the chat is asking me if I know the score of Jason's match. You know what? I'm going to mute my headset over here, and I'm going to see if I can kind of get a visual on that. I'll be right back at you. All right, the score of Jason Shore's match. Jason just won the first set 8-4, and Ryan McCreesh decided to take his break. Very welcome. It was really no effort at all. I had one of the spectators in the bleachers let me know the score. Glad I can help. All right, meanwhile, back at this ranch here on the stream table, Thorsten Hohman about to tie this one up at 5 apiece. All right, Efren elects to push out. I don't think Thorsten is even going to move to the table. He just sat right back down. He said, go ahead. Show me some of that magic. Efren left himself in a difficult push out. Great hit, but he has visual on the one. morning. Morning, B-Doc. Or good day, good afternoon. To me, it's morning, evening, and whatever else is included. And we'd like to thank everyone that's viewing the stream. And if you can show your support, it's a very simple way of doing it by sharing, hitting the share button and sharing the live stream on all social medias to show a little appreciation to Inside Pool and NYC Grind and all the sponsors involved. It would be greatly appreciated on this end. Meanwhile, you let all your friends know about this great matchup right now.
Just want to make sure we mention that. No, it's on.
All right, so we're at the speed limit 55. And I don't see any problem here. Every ball has a pocket. In any other situation, watching Thorsten play any champion, he gets out. And I think it's fine to say at this point that Thorsten Hohman will get out this rack. He thought he hit that a little slower and he was going to be safe behind the 5. But he got fortunate. It rolled. So he's right back in position. The Terminator. Toasty. How many nicknames did Thorsten Hohman have? The Hitman. Then there was Raj Handel, the original Hitman. So many different nicknames. You're going to see him draw this back to the rail and then back out for the 10. And I don't think I went too far out on the wire by saying he was going to win that game. Thorsten Hohman now leads this race to 8, 6-5 over Efren Reyes. You know, I'm just glancing down the vendors aisle, sort of like vendors row here, and you can't see down the aisle. I mean, it's just wall-to-wall people. It's great to see everyone come out. Oh, the 2 ball was going. The 3 ball looked like it was going, but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nothing dropping. Thorsten coming up dry. You know, as I sit here and I watch Efren, you know, it just looks like everything is so effortlessly. You know, like, I just woke up, let me hit a couple of balls and run a few racks of rotation. Many years ago, I would say a good 23, 24 years ago, Efren Reyes was at West End Billiards in New Jersey on one of the tight box, triple shimmed. not West End, sorry, Castle Billiards in New Jersey. And he ran a complete rack of 15 balls in rotation, right-handed, on a triple shim. And then he re-racked and ran them left-handed in rotation. Guy's just amazing. And as I watch him, he doesn't look like he changed at all. I mean, obviously he's aging. Everybody is too. But he just God bless him and his eyesight. I really appreciate his game. He entertained me for many years. Well, he didn't get all the way down table, but still a makeable 10 ball. This will tie this match at 6. We're nipping and tucking. Somebody's looking to win this first set and wants to do it. And if Efren didn't miss that 10 ball before, he would have been up a couple of games. But nevertheless, makes that one and ties this back up at 6. Four balls, a cliffhanger. And Efren comes up dry, leaving an open table for Thorsten Hohman. All Thorsten Hohman actually has to do right here is just stop the cue ball, almost getting straight on the 2 into the upper left-hand corner, and follow the 2 ball up for the 3. Well, he decides to draw back and come 2 rails to get straight on the 2 ball. I guess he had more of an angle than I actually seen from here. He's concerned here, and what he's concerned about is coming back off the 4 ball for the 5. So he's got to get the right angle on the 4 ball. So he elected to play tight to the lower rail, the short rail, and just spin out. But now he's got to be careful, too. He doesn't want to get himself locked up behind the 6 ball. So he's got a little window. He's better off playing to the left side of the 6 ball and cutting the 5 right in. And that's what I think we're going to see him do. Well, he threaded the needle, and he might be jacked up over the 6. Cue ball rolled a little. No, he should be okay. I think he's got a clean shot. He shook his head in disgust because he's got to use the rake. He could have played a little slower speed and wound up cutting the 5 into the left-hand corner where he's playing it. And now he has to find another path. Just draw back to the rail. Shoot the 7 down into the corner. And it's a walk in the park from here. We're going to see Thorsten Hohman reaching the hill first. There you have it. Thorsten Hohman now leads this match 7-6 over the great magician, Efren Reyes. So now we got one exciting match. Thorsten Hohman on the hill. Efren Reyes can't wait to get out of the seat. Look at him. He's itching, isn't he? So, you know, sometimes if you ever get a chance and you're watching Efren Reyes live in person, and if he happens to stand up and hold on to his cue stick, he gets so comfortable, like he's leaning against a pole, a light pole or something, and just relaxing. Well, Thorsten Hohman goes into the drink after pocketing 3 balls on the break. So Efren's playing 6 ball from here. Keith McCready in a position like this, if somebody would break, let's say, and make 3 balls and leave the table like this, Keith would just stand up and say gin automatically. In his prime, he was just out. And Efren should be out too. At one point during today's events, I'll either go by and take some snapshots of the updated brackets, and we'll have somebody post it. But there are a lot of spectators here doing some posting of the brackets. If you do some searches on AZ Billiards or InsidePoolMag.com, I'm sure that you're going to find a link there. But we will get some pictures up there sooner or later. We will have some pictures up there. And the brackets are updated. There you have J.R. Calvin himself, Inside Pool Mag. As we watch this hill match, tied at 7, folks. If you're just joining us, this is a race to 8. See if Efren makes a ball. 10 ball drifting. I don't know what happened to that 3 ball. Oh, 3 ball still on the table, so Efren come up dry. From my point of view, looking down at this shot on the monitor, it almost looks like this 110 is on, but I don't think Toasty is going to play the 110 combination, even though he might, he's a straight pool player, but he's known, like the other professionals, just to go for the run out. He's got a lot of work to do here. This isn't a guaranteed out by far. He's got the 5-6 to contend with. Nevertheless, the angle that he just created for himself, he overran it just a little bit. But he can get out, but there's work involved. And being hill, I think anybody in a position playing one of these top-notch players and being in a hill match start to make it a little more difficult. As you can see now, Thorsten's faced with cutting this into the corner pocket. So the pressure amounts, the adrenaline starts pumping, and you can get careless. You have to stay calm. Approach the table the same way, and these guys do it the best. Now, from the monitor I'm looking at, it doesn't look like he has the cut shot into the corner pocket. I can't really tell. He's looking up at the sky. He might have to bank this 5-ball. Now, he can play a two-way shot here. He can play the bank on the 5 and lock the cue ball up behind the 6-9. And if the 5 does drop, still have the shot on the 6. So it's kind of a two-way shot. You might see him play the cue ball. Now, thinking about the position of the cue ball going behind the 6-9 might throw his shot off, so he's got to watch. Okay, he played the cue ball up by the 6-9 and made the 5, so he made it. All he has to do now is just roll the 6-ball into the corner pocket, accept the long shot on the 7, don't try to do anything fancy, and just get out and take the first set. Mr. Danny Hydrick's here. Hey, Dan, the name of your website is Dan Hydrick Cues, isn't it? Let me read one of your cards. Dan's been around for many years, and we're going to give him a plug here as we have a lot of viewers on stream. Okay, it is Hydrick Custom Cues. It's www.heidrich.customcues.com. He's been around for many years. So Dan Hydrick, Custom Cues. As Mr. Ron Park in the chat comes in and say hi to Dan. Dan has just walked away, Ronnie. Sorry about that. Okay, Thorsten on the hill. Efren on the hill. Thorsten faced with this 9-ball. Slams it into the corner pocket like it had eyes. Winds up perfect on the 10-ball. What a great shot. You have to come with that on the hill. Nice out. There you have it. Thorsten Hohman takes the first set against the magician, Efren Reyes. We're in for some heavy-duty action now. And it's a good time to take a break. And I believe Efren has. And since Efren's going to take a break, I got to take a quick break, folks. I'll be right back at you. I just want to take a look at some of the other matches. If I can, I'll try to grab some of the scores. I can't guarantee anything.
Ah, funny, funny. Funniness, happiness, smiles, laughter. We are here at the Super Billiards Expo 2013. Inside Pool and NYC Grind co-production. The Allen Hopkins extravaganza. We also have the 3-cushion billiard channel going, the stream in the 3-cushion room. And pretty soon we'll have the Pool Cube stream happening. What's going on out there, chatters?
Well, we're back live as the players enter the arena. I have a couple of table updates. Bustamante's ahead 3-1 over Kevin Clark right now in that set. And Jason Shore is up 4-2 over Ryan McCreesh in the set they're playing right now. I don't know what set they're on. I would imagine they are on their second sets. As you see, Efren Reyes breaks again, and once again coming up dry.
He's live on the air right now. Thank you.
But Thorsten looking to play safe, maybe feather off the inside of that one ball, trying to bring the cue ball behind the 3. Let's see what he decides to do. Okay, he hit him hard. Gee whiz. He tried to get the cue ball behind a 5 where you're seeing him point his cue stick. But I think he still has Efren in a funky position here. You might see him go rail first. I don't think he has the whole ball. Jacking up. Yeah, he's definitely going rail first. Or now he's playing a masse around the other side of the 3. Nice shot. Oh, after a great shot like that, Efren Reyes trying to cheat the corner pocket and force follow back out for the 3 ball. Winds up going right in the drink. And there you have it. Thorsten Hohman lining up the 3-10 combination. Draws first blood here. Leads in the second set, 1-0. Thorsten Hohman's been crashing the rack here, and the last time he broke, he made, or the rack before that, he made 3 balls on the break. So maybe he found a sweet spot, and let's see if he did. I guess not. It appears the 1-5 is on. Efren's just got to control his cue ball. Going to play it and spin it back a little bit. Not so hard. He's just going to enough to get the 5 ball to the corner. Oh, the cue ball got away and didn't even pocket the 5. Thorsten looking to actually pocket this 1 ball, and the 5 ball making the corner pocket a little bit bigger, but I don't know if he has the enough vision around that 4 ball to go for the cut. He might have to spin this just a little bit here, but he's got help with that 5 ball, so he should come out okay. He's going to spin it just a little bit. Wow, way off. Didn't come out the way you wanted for sure. Somebody in the chat was asking about the Shore match. That's correct there, and Spanky answering them 3-1 the last time I checked, and I can't see it from here right now. So I'm not exactly sure. No, 3-1 was the Boosty match. 4-2 was the Jason Shore and Ryan McCreesh, and Jason Shore was up 4 and Ryan McCreesh had 2, and that is the second set. And there's Jason Shore off to the right there. All right, cut shot by Efren. Yeah, an unforced error in the last rack following the ball. I believe it was the 2 ball right into the corner pocket with the cue ball. I see a lot of people in the chat saying that Thorsten fouled. Are you saying that he nudged or just feathered the 4 ball? I mean, in any case, Efren's right at the table, so it's water under the bridge. And I thought I seen him feather the 4 ball myself, but, you know, glancing back and forth through the monitor, I wasn't really sure. And it looks like we have some kind of confirmation. But then again, like Spanky said in the chat, you know, that's water under the bridge and Efren's at the table. I would think Thorsten Hohman would be the first one to say that he feathered the 4 ball. Okay, Efren Reyes, holding no punches here, is going to fire this 10 ball in and tie this match 1-1. There you have it. Whether it was a foul or not, and there's a few people saying it was, and it's all over. 1-1. Go watching Efren Reyes break on this beautiful Simonis cloth. Would like to give a big shout out to Simonis cloth, one of the sponsors of bringing this free stream to us. And don't forget, folks, Inside Pool is handling the streams for the 10-ball pro event. They're handling the casino billiard tournament. They're handling the trick shots. And they are handling the 3-cushion tournament going on in another room. Efren using the 8-ball as a stopper. Now, does he play this 3-ball straight into the corner, or does he play the 3-5 combination into the side pocket? Played the 3-5, leaving him perfect shot on the 3-ball. Oh, he nudged the 10. Watch the point of the side pocket. The point of the side pocket got Efren Reyes there. Now faced with the 8-footer on the 6-ball. He doesn't like it. And it's not frozen where he can spin it in. He attempted to do it anyway and wound up coming up with the miss. It's going to cost him here. He has to jack up on the 6-ball. He can't go forward because he'll run into the 8. So he's going to have to pull the cue ball back. And does it very well. Thorsten Hohman getting very fortunate there. Efren just nudging that 10-ball on his last inning, wound up with that long shot on that 6-ball and try to spin it in and come up with the miss. Is about to take advantage of that miss now and go ahead in the second set by a score of 2-1. Plays it beautiful, 3 rails around, gets perfect position on the 10-ball. It's where you want to be. And 10-ball down now leads this match. Thorsten Hohman 2-1 in the second set. Those of you that are just joining us, you are watching these two champions, Thorsten Hohman and Efren Reyes. They are playing a race to 8, and it's the best out of 3 races. So whoever gets to 2 sets first will win the match. And Thorsten Hohman is up 1 set at this point. And we'd like to say thank you for joining us on this live stream and supporting Inside Pool and NYC Grind. That's nycgrind.com and InsidePoolMag.com. This event is coming to you because they are co-producing it. Thorsten Hohman crashing the rack. and we had the 9 balls at cliffhanger just dribbled into the side pocket, so he pockets the 9. And the 2 ball. So he made 2 balls on the break. And Thorsten misses the 1 ball, giving Efren a chance to get back to the table. He doesn't want to spin the cue ball too much running into the 10 ball or trying to even get close to that 10 ball. He wants to play this long so he has a shot on a 3 or slow speed. I say he goes 3 cushions or more. Played it out long, looking for the side pocket. Another great shot by Efren, playing it long. Perfect position for the 4 ball. It's just like taking a walk in the park for Efren. Oh, he nudges the 5 ball. Now he's got problems. I mean, he's got the upper left-hand corner here. He's going to have to punch the cue ball off the rail to come back out for the 6. Unless he can go forward. He punches the cue ball out. And he's back in line again. He's going to have to drag the cue ball sharp out of the bottom left-hand corner or a lick to go long again. Looks like he's just going to draw 1 rail back up. Yeah, just come out sharp. And we have a tie ball game, 2-2. Okay, we have confirmation that Jason Shore has won his match. Just a little update on the Jason Shore Ryan McCrease match. The second set, the score was 8-2 in favor of Jason Shore. Thorsten Hohman back at the office, pocketing balls here in game number 5. The 6-ball looks like it appears from here that it has the corner pocket. Not certain. We'll soon find out with this position. I guess it didn't. He looks like he's going to play it in the other corner. I thought it might have went in the upper left-hand corner. These players are human, I guess, after all. Efren back up at the table after that 6-ball miss by Thorsten Hohman. Thorsten very not happy at all. He's just sitting there consuming what he just did, and Efren makes this error here. He had to come back further than this because the path of the 8-ball to the corner, I don't think he has. I mean, he can put distance. If he wants to play distance, he can leave the 8-ball on the short rail and bring the cue ball down here on the other side of the table, laying on the short rail to leave some distance. But with the 10-ball hanging up down there in that corner, you know, he's looking at Thorsten playing a possible billiards. I think he's going to play this safe. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Played the bank shot into the 10-ball, pocketing. Nobody in their right mind wanted to play that. Nice shot by the magician. He breaks this now, and he goes up one game, leads 3-2. Nothing dropping. Efren Reyes back up at the table. Folks would like to mention a few of the sponsors. OBQs, of course. Simonis Cloth. Kamui Tips and Chalk. Inside Pool. NYC Grind. Would like to thank everybody. Of course, check out Bank Shot Calculator. What a great app that is. As we watch Efren Reyes plan his point of attack in this game. Cue ball tucked behind the 7. Nice play. You know, sometimes Efren looks at that shot as he walks away, and if there's any space between the 7, if and the cue ball if they're not married. He's not happy with himself. He wants to play that shot to a point of attack where they're married. Now here's a picture of Efren standing up, like I was telling you, when he stands up with his cue stick. He looks like he's leaning against the pole, man. You know, he's just like sitting down having a picnic or just relaxing. I'm looking at the chat and I'm watching the chat go by, and I'm noticing some talk about it. Efren Reyes. Yeah, he is a great person. If you know him, he's a great person. The only way you wouldn't really like Efren is if you bet against him. Efren is really down to earth. Don't play him in chess either. I just knocked his action. Folks, I got to step away for a split second here, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, what I miss? 3-3. Just how I figured it. Here's a nice shot. Just float the cue ball up between this 5-7. Efren forced to get the rake. He might not played that too slow. I don't think the 6 goes into the corner. I think he might have to play it into the side pocket. But if he does, he can still go up and down. Nudges the 7. He's going to wind up good. As Efren's on the verge of pocketing this 10 ball, we'll make it 4-3 in favor of Efren. This is the second set. If you are just joining the stream, you're watching Thorsten Hohman and the great Efren Reyes play in a race to 8. It is the best out of 3 sets. Thorsten Hohman is up by 1 set at this point. And in the second set, which is the one you're watching, Efren leads 4-3. And would like to thank some of our sponsors, Kamui Tips and Chalk. That's KamuiTips.com. obqs.com. Simona's Cloth, of course. We're always there, backing many of the streamers and supporting many leagues. Bank Shot Calculator. And this production is coming to you live. It's co-produced with NYC Grind and InsidePoolMag.com. So shoot them an email. Give them a little bit of a thanks. Let them know. Give them some feedback. And also, if you can, it's not asking too much, but to show some appreciation, hit the share button. It's not going to take you away from the stream at all. It's just going to open another window, and you can share it on your social media, and it's greatly appreciated by Inside Pool and NYC Grind and all the sponsors that are involved. Would like to thank you in advance. A little too close for comfort here. Just looking to play speed, leave the cue ball right in that same position and play the 2 ball by the 6. Oh, he played the 10-ball combination and played it well. Thorsten Hohman, with that combination, is going to tie this matchup at 4. Wow, what a great shot. Bravo. Okay, we're tied at 4 here in this match between two great players, Efren Reyes and Thorsten Hohman. And Thorsten Hohman is up 1 set if you're just joining us out there. And it is the best out of 3 sets. So this is a single elimination, and Efren Reyes has to win one to bring this to a hill as far as set scores. And both players are halfway home. Okay, back once again at you. I want to say thank you to somebody that was in the chat room that mentioned that the 14-1 stream was down. Well, we got good news. The 14-1 stream is back up. If you want to watch the 14.1 Kamui Challenge with the help of JR and Inside Pool, they are back up and running. So feel free to check them all out. But here at the Pro 10 ball, looks like Thorsten Hohman is up 6-4. Talking about the 14-1, I was over there last night after the 10 ball pro event finished their last match and watched Mika run a 139. And I believe Daz, they have a different format this year, professional format, and they got the rules online. I believe Daz has the high run so far in that division at a 159. So after the Pro 10 ball event is finished with their last stream of the night, the 14-1 keeps going. I believe they went close to 2 o'clock in the morning last night. It was fun to watch. But just giving you a little insight. Okay, we have Big Dennis in the chat asking who's coming up next. If we do know, I will get the attention of the tournament director. His ground zero is about 5 feet away from me when he gets back. I don't know where he is right now. And I'll try to grab his ear. We'll see who's up next. Efren faced with a long shot on the one ball. Is going to go for it. Oh, goes for the safe. Looked like he was going for the cut into the corner. I'm going to see Thorsten Hohman go to the air here. You know, if he plays this good, he could wind up playing safe behind the 10-5-4 with the cue ball. If he hits it good, but there's also a chance of scratching. I like coming off the left side of the one ball, staying away from that right-hand corner pocket. And I'm sure he does also. Yeah, just like that. Taking away that scratch. But I believe he left that for a back cut into the side pocket. Oh, anytime, Big Dennis, in the chat, Big Dennis saying thanks. Hey, anytime. You know, that's what we're here for, man, which we try to accommodate. You know, there's only so much we can do, but little things like that, if at all possible, always willing to help out. Okay, Efren with the bridge. Has to spin this to the inside. Keeping the line, getting the angle for the 5. He doesn't want to be jacked up over that 6. Now he played it right. A little more speed and he would have been jacked up over that 6 ball. Just draw it straight back, just a few inches. Needs the angle. Those of you that are just joining us would like to say welcome, first of all, and thank you so much for watching the stream. Efren Reyes and Thorsten Hohman in this match, and Efren faced with a do-or-die situation. This is the second set. They are racing to 8 in each set, and it's the best out of 3 sets, and Thorsten won the first one. So Efren is faced with a do-and-die situation. He has to win this set to force it into a tie-breaking match, tie-breaking set. And I know all of us would love to see that happen because watching the great magician and Thorsten Hohman shoot is really a great event. So we're all hoping for that. And Efren's going to make it a little closer now, bringing his score to a total of 5 in this race to 8, and Thorsten Hohman at 6. Okay, guys, you got your earphones on, you got your speakers up loud, you're listening to the stream. The next match at 3:30, after this one here, will be Johnny Archer versus Darren Appleton at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep that in mind. 3:30 p.m. Next matchup. So please share that information on social media. And let's get everybody set up to watch a free stream. Thorsten looking to play safe. I don't think he's looking to make this ball at all. Played a cue ball behind the 3. Wow, he did go to make it. What a shot. Man. He's lucky where the cue ball wound up because it deflected off another ball and wound up getting good on the 2. Got very fortunate, but the shot itself was a really great cut shot. He had to turn the cue ball loose. I don't think that Alvin has set up the replay feature as of yet, but there will be a time where Inside Pool will upload these to their YouTube channel, the Inside Pool YouTube channel. So keep that in mind if you want to watch these matches later on. They will be uploaded there. You know, he's got the 6-7 as a little trouble down here. He's looking at the angle for the 5 to get back down to the 6, or, you know, if he nudges this 7 ball from the inside, he could create even more of a problem. He's got a lot of things he's thinking about right here, because he still has to get back for the 4 ball. He's looking at this. Wow, he's looking at pinpoint position of playing that 6 ball in the corner. No way. He might be looking at a position where he might be able to play a safe as he approaches the 6 ball, but at this point here, he's just road mapping this table out. And the only one that knows exactly what's going to happen is that man shooting right there. Let's see what he plans. You know, all he really has to do is just make this ball draw back a little bit, and he can play that automatic safe. You know, it looks from my monitor, I can't really tell, but it looks like he can push the 6 behind the 7 ball and lock the cue ball up there, keeping everything in close quarters. Oh, what he's looking, he's thinking of the bank on the 6 also. He's weighing out every option, and this is what makes him the player that he is. Taking his time. He plays back. I think he played back for the bank, but wound up getting in this position here. This is such a touchy shot now because of the angle that he created to play the safe behind the 7. I don't think the carom is on because he would have shot it already. I think he's just gonna elect to try to push the 6 behind the 7 and leave the cue ball right there by the rail. Slow roll. Oh, he tried the carom. He thought the carom was on. Okay, folks, place your wagers. The 6 ball into the side pocket. I'm only kidding. But Efren's going to be aggressive here. The shot is on. It's a free bank shot. He can play the cue ball down behind the 10 ball just in case he misses it and still have a shot on the 7. See, he's thinking about dragging the cue ball down, then he's thinking about just going wide open for the bank. He's got a lot of confidence, but he only missed 1 bank into the side pocket that I saw in the last set. Shot wide open for the bank and missed it. That's the second bank. Look at a cliffhanger. Don't grab the chalk around the table. Don't tap the table. It'll fall. Well, it looks like Thorsten Hohman is going to be on the hill here. 7 ball hanging up. Should be no issue for him to get back onto the 9. You know, it just goes to show you, when you're playing this caliber of player, a mistake should cost you. By all means, it should cost you. You know, you're playing in a race to 8. If there's 4 mistakes in a race to 8 from one player, it's too many. Actually, I think 3 is too many at this caliber. Seven ball being that close into the hole, you know, and anybody that played a ball into a hole and played it with spin, how that spin aggressively picks up after touching that first rail, put Thorsten Hohman close to that 9 ball. Makes the 9, now faced with playing a safe on the 10 ball, which would put him on a hill. This is a big swing. I mean, it's not over. I know Thorsten didn't lose this game yet, but this is such a big game right here. forced with playing the safe. Efren tapped the bottom left-hand corner with his stick, I think letting Thorsten Hohman, who's playing the bank. And he tried it. Wide open, he went for it. Thorsten Hohman says, thank you. Thanks for missing that. And there you go. Thorsten Hohman to the hill first. Could close out and put Efren and Reyes right out of the tournament. I would like to mention the sponsors once again: Kamui Tips and Chalk, Simonis Cloth, OBQs, and make sure to check out the Bank Shot Calculator. And, uh-oh. I hope I'm still on the air, folks. Something happened here. Am I still on, guys? Let me know. And this production is co-produced. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Some window opened up on one of the monitors. This is a co-production with NYC Grind and InsidePoolMag.com. So it's NYCGrind.com and InsidePoolMag.com. So make sure to say thanks to those guys when you see them, or shoot them an email. And don't forget, please, very important when streams are going, very important. Share all this information. Let everybody know. I'm sorry I had to mute the headset. Sonny Chow from the 3-cushion billiard tournament just paid a visit to say hello. That's another stream that Inside Pool is handling. That you can go to the InsidePool.tv page, and you'll see links for either the 3-cushion or 14-1, or the 10-ball, or the casino billiards tournament. You'll see all 4 links right there on the homepage. You can click any one you want, or it might be 2 and 2. You might see just 2 links and giving you the information for both streams, 2 streams on each link. And when you do open it up, you'll have the option of playing both streams or just one, and you'll have a longer chat, giving you a chance to read the chat if you're viewing the smaller chat. All right, here we go. Back to the action. Thorsten Hohman on the hill, playing safe behind the 5-ball. And this amazes me. I've seen so many safes Efren get out of, and it's always a pleasure to watch the way he kicks the ball. Plays a strong 3-cushion billiard game too. You can see YouTubes of him when he played Blumdahl, not only in the recent one, but in the older tapes. Efren played the game strong. Nevertheless, he misses the hit on the 1-ball, giving Thorsten ball in hand. You know, ball in hand on the 1-ball is all okay, but we're looking at, it looks like the 2-7 are tied up down there on the longer rail, and that's what Thorsten is looking at. So instead of pocketing the 1 ball, what's the sense of it? Play safe. And the way he's trying to play safe at that point where you just saw him was he was going to try to marry the cue ball up on the 3. Instead, he's going to work the cue ball down the way he's looking at it now and then play safe on the 2. Or he might elect to run into him. Let's see what Thorsten has in mind. Looks like he's going for the breakup. He nudged him. See, now he's probably saying to himself right now, I should have just played the safe and married the cue ball to the 3. But, you know, it's too late for that. You know, he weighed his options out and figured that this would be his best bet. And, you know, with, like I can't emphasize it enough. With the straight pool knowledge that Thorsten Hohman has, it was worth it to take the shot. It's not like he hasn't been in that position to break balls up before in straight pool or 9-ball or 10 or any of the games. So it was worth the effort. Just he should have went into it, I believe, a little bit harder and a little more in the face. But water under the bridge. He's going to probably, if he can see enough of this 2-ball, probably play like a backward Z shot. If he can play a backward Z shot and try to get the cue ball behind the 3-ball or somewhere up in this area at your lower part of your monitor. Oh, look at this. Feathered it. Nice shot. See, they see things that I can't see from this vantage point. Alvin Nelson is telling me that we will have 3 to 4 cameras up and running shortly. And I guess we all can't wait. And we'll be able to switch around. The problem is the room is packed. And he's working like a cobra snake under the bleachers and between people. So he's trying. And I think from this vantage point, we got to appreciate what we got right now. Okay, 1 rail kick into the 2-ball. Missed it. Second safe that Efren got into. I believe he is on 2 now because he did miss the 1-ball. So Efren is on 2. The only issue here with this set, I mean, with this game right here is the 8-ball. If the 8-ball has a pocket into the, you know, like the side pocket or something, it looks like Thorsten will take this match. And don't forget, if you're just joining us, the next matchup at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be Johnny the Scorpion Archer and Darren the Dynamite Appleton, coming up at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Match right after this one. Just pocket the 3-ball. And he should be off to the races. This is a little funny here. Unless he plans on bumping into the 10-ball to break open the 8-10, and he'll still have a shot on the 5. I thought he would want to be a little straighter on this 4-ball so he can get down lower on the 5 and then play the 6, but I don't know what he has in mind. He doesn't want to hit it with, if he's going for the nudge, to nudge the 10-ball away from the 8, he doesn't want to hit it with any kind of really that hard because he could create more problems. He just wants to nudge it, but you got to be careful you don't get trapped up in that between those two. Let's see what he has in mind here. He's going for the nudge, and he got caught up behind the 10 ball. That's what it appears to be right now. He's not going to like it. He doesn't have to like this at all. Right where he pointed his stick, he wanted to nudge the 10 ball, not the 8 ball. So instead of just running this out and putting this match at an end, now I don't know what he's going to do. The only thing I see he can do here is possibly feather this 5 ball on the left side, escaping the scratch, and bringing the cue ball back up on a sharp angle, somewhere by the 9, going 3 rails. I don't know if he can feather that side of the 5 ball. If he can't and he's got 3/4 of the ball, I'd rather spin it with good speed and jam the cue ball right where the 5 lies and bring the 5 up to the other side. I don't know what he's going to do here. Now, if he can stop the cue ball right there, the 8's an automatic blocker if he plays the 5 with good speed. And Efren is on 2, mind you, and as he comes back in, he's got to hit it with more speed than that. See, if he would have hit it with more speed, he would have had a block. And now, mind you, Efren's on 2 here. And Thorsten Hohman has just made Efren aware of that. Not that he had to. I'm sure Efren knew it, but that is the ruling. So it is now official that Thorsten let Efren know that he is on 2. Short rail to short rail, using the 9, 10 as blockers. I think he hit it pretty good. To be in this tough situation, now keep in mind, Thorsten Hohman could have been out. He tried to nudge that the 8 and the 10 ball, and he got on the wrong side of it. He didn't hit the 10 ball, and this is where it's brought him now. He went from a run out to this, being on the hill. And, that's got to be clicking in his mind right now. I could have been out of here, and now I'm playing the great Efren Reyes, and he's playing safe with me. And I'll tell you what, I don't think there's anybody in the world that wants to get into a safety battle with Efren Reyes. If Thorsten doesn't come up with a good enough safe, this very well could cost him this set, bringing this, and then it would bring it into a tie-breaking set. So he's got to play the safe right, and I don't think he's done it. He just gave Efren a chance to get back. 4 rails back for the 6 ball, if he can escape the 9. I don't think you want to be playing this with inside English trying to hold the cue ball. I say you go 4 rails back for the 6, between the 6-8. Just like that, that's what he was playing. But he didn't pocket the 5. Now Thorsten Hohman. Second breath, he looks up at the sky and he says, wow. You don't get many opportunities like this playing the great Reyes. So he's got to put Reyes out of his misery here. got a little funny. Thorsten Hohman making this interesting for the fans here. He's got funny on this 9-ball. I mean, he's on the 50-yard line. Do you back cut it? You know? It's not over yet. Now he back cuts this. It's a real thin back cut as the fans applaud for a match that must have just finished. He's got to turn the cue ball loose. He's got to watch the speed that he doesn't get out of position for the 10 if he pockets it. Oh, he played it perfect. Perfect. Very nice shot. This should put Efren and Reyes out of the tournament and move Thorsten Hohman up the ladder. There you have it. Thorsten Hohman. Call him the Terminator. Call him the Hitman. Call him Toasty. Just toasted Efren Reyes due to some forced errors, unforced errors by Efren. Great match, folks. The next one coming up, Johnny Archer, Darren Appleton, right here live, InsidePool.tv. Stand by. We'll be right back at you guys.
No spectators.